Hey everyone, and welcome back. One of the coaches at Unga Academy here, and this is the usual chat that we have every single week on the weekends about the market trends. But before we start, please go and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so yet, and do yourselves a favor, click on the notification bell, as well as leave us a like on this video as well. Thank you so much. Hi, we are the Unga Academy, and we teach traders how to make money in the markets. Our founder, Andrea Unga, had been struggling with trading for years until he developed his automated trading method, which he used to become the only 4-time world trading champion. Subscribe to our channel for free tips and tricks. Okay, so this week was full of macro events. I'm referring to the central bank's decision to raise interest rates by 50 points in both America and Europe, following a slowdown in inflation, which was announced on Wednesday and was initially received positively by the markets. I mean, we can see that the market has had a strong bullish day, but later surrendered all the gains. Indeed, we are now at negative 2.2% as far as the Nasdaq is concerned, a negative 1.68% for the mini SP 500. Oh, the situation's even worse in the European stock markets, which, according to the ECB, still have to factor in a sustained interest rate increase, in contrast to the US stock markets, for which there are signs that this rate increase is coming to an end. And that's basically the main reason for this difference in performance. As for the bond market, we have the T-bond holding at positive 0.4% this week. There is a bullish trend at the moment, and I think it's fair to say that there's been a turnaround in US bonds. It isn't the case with European bonds, though, for the same reasons that I mentioned earlier, especially for the Bund, which is down almost 2.5% this week. On the other hand, the energy markets are very strong, especially heating oil, which is up almost 13%. Look at that, positive 4% for crude oil, plus 2.87% for gasoline, and plus 3.74% for natural gas. On to metals, we see only negative returns this week. The one that loses the least is silver, negative 1.8%, which is undoubtedly the best performing of all the metals recently. A 3-month gain of plus 20% for silver. On to livestock, we have negative returns again everywhere, especially for lean hogs. Soft commodities, we see mixed returns instead. Coffee in particular, gaining 7.46%. It is still near the lows of the period. I'd say a little more. Orange juice is losing 3.13%. But we know that orange juice had reached new all-time highs last week. All right, let's switch to the grains market. Let's take a look here. We have a positive 4.88% increase in bean oil, which is already near the lows, and a positive 3% increase in wheat. Let's turn over to currencies. Here, we have a euro dollar that's rising again. We're at the 1.0712 level, so an excellent recovery for the euro. In other currency pairs, though, the US dollar remains stronger and stronger. And finally, Bitcoin, which is unchanged this week. It seems to have attempted some recovery from previous levels, but was pushed back when it reached the edge of the previous trading range. As we all know, not exactly reassuring news is weighing on this market, such as possible problems on the Binance exchange. We know that it is under investigation in America for alleged money laundering. Then there are rumors that the proof of reserve provided isn't entirely satisfactory, and that is certainly weighing on the whole cryptocurrency market, which is still very weak. Okay, let's go and take a look at the volatility trend in the stock indexes. We see an increase in volatility in the short term, especially in the Euro stocks. And I'm referring, of course, to these last few bars that have driven historical volatility up sharply for Euro stocks and the DAX. In the US stock markets, on the other hand, volatility is decreasing, even in the short run, and luckily also in the long term. Let's also take a look at the implied volatility term structure, which is currently in full contango, while the VIX is near its lows. So, despite its recent downtrend, things remain pretty calm in the volatility markets at the moment, a sign that traders haven't yet reached certain levels of concern, so no further market disruptions are expected at the moment. Okay, let's turn over to the rollover schedule for next week. We have only 2 rollovers next week. natural gas, and orange juice on December 23rd. Finally, guys, here's a tip for those interested in systematic trading. We have an interesting resource for you. If you click on the link in the description, you can access a free presentation by Andrea Unger, the only 4-time world trading champion in real money trading, who will introduce you to his trading method. In addition, you can sign up for a free strategic consultation with one of our tutors, or go and get the bestseller, The Unger Method, by covering only the shipping costs. So please take advantage of it. With it, guys, that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please leave us a like. And remember to subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell, if you haven't done it yet, of course. And that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.